兴看到书豪哥哥，是不是高兴？我们今天非常好，我们有4岁的，我刚看到有3岁的小朋友。We have fans from 3 years old, 4 years old, 5-year-olds. We got girls, we got boys, we got men who've been watching the NBA for 30, 40 years. You know, you got fans from everywhere. How does it feel? 感觉如何？有这么多不同的这些球迷。
It's incredibly. I'm incredibly humbled and honored to be able to be here and to see all you guys supporting me, wearing my gear, all the little kids who came out here as well. So thank you.
他说他今天坐在这边，大家都知道非常谦虚，然后是他的荣幸可以坐在这个舞台上，有这么多他的这个粉丝，然后还有这么多小朋友穿他的这些衣服球衣，喜不喜欢书豪？
喜欢。
你们今天可以不停的欢呼声拍手，没关系，好不好？爱他的不是很有机会的，好不好？爱他的可以一直不停的 ，OK。So glad to have you in Taiwan, and it's been great being in Asia this whole summer. Just talk about that a little bit, your experience this summer and how it's affected you. 我们先讲一讲，就这个暑假来到了这个台湾，然后有这么多这些活动，先讲一讲如何。
It's been the coolest thing is being able to go and see a lot of the fans, people who supported me throughout the year, and to be able to be there, see them in person, and interact with them. I think that's been the highlight so far.
他说，其实他最喜欢的就是有机会跟他的这么多这些球迷一起碰面，有这么多人，有机会可以跟他们打招呼，跟他们握手，然后有跟他们这些互动。So today we're at the Volvo Incredible Brand Tour. We got the XC60 in back of us here. You know, it's working with a brand like Volvo. How is that? How is your impression of working with a brand like Volvo? 先讲，我们这次来到这边呢，我们今天是一个 Volvo 的一个活动。那我们刚刚的这个总裁也讲到，其实 Jeremy 跟我们的这个品牌的这个形象是非常非常合。先讲一下他的这个合作的这个感觉。
So far the partnership has been great. It's been they're very professional. They're very understanding of an athlete and the obligations, and everything's been done with a lot of class and with a lot of professionalism. So everything's been great so far.
他说到目前都是非常非常好的一个这个合作啊，他觉得 Volvo 这个品牌呢，他们全部这个公司的人都是非常非常专业。然后第一个是他非常了解一个运动员他们的一个这个需求，一个 professional athlete 他的需求是什么 ？professional athlete 的需求 ，What does a professional athlete need? A big trunk for a lot of basketballs? 我刚刚问说真正的需求是什么？要 big car 后面要放很多球鞋，是不是
？Yeah, I mean that's definitely something that you have to do, but also on top of just the busyness and the obligations and just being ready to play and what it takes to train and keep your body ready.
他说，其实一个运动人，他有很多他的一些需求啊，其实就是真正在练球的时候，是一个非常非常忙的一个时间一个 schedule。他其实身体都要准备好，然后随时都要出场去打。So you know, you're working with Volvo. You said they understand you. It's a great partnership. Where do you see this going? Is it something that you feel you and Volvo have something very in common? 我们先讲一讲，就是这次这个合作，你觉得你跟 Volvo 相同的在哪一部分？
I think we have a few similarities or a few things that drew me to Volvo. Do you want me to say them all?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. 他说有很多东西，他觉得他被 Volvo 吸引到的，他马上就会讲出来。
The first one, they talk about being designed around people, and I think that's shown in how they've treated me as well. It's very about the consumer, and so their cars are built around the consumers, and I think as a person, you can always tell a lot about somebody else based on how they treat people.
他觉得说Volvo 非常非常尊重他们的这个消费者，他们这个 consumer， 因为其实 you're a consumer too, right？ 他说他其实也是，他不只是这个品牌的这个大使，他其实也是一个消费者。他觉得他看到 Volvo 对他们的消费者的这个态度，他就知道这个公司它的价值在哪里。
I think other things, something that's very important to me is the quality of the car is very high, but the price is at a much more affordable rate compared to a lot of the other premium car companies.
他觉得另外一个就是一个车子的这个品质，然后有它的价值，它的这个 value， 他觉得是非常好、非常高的一个品质，非常非常合理的一个这个价钱，好不好？所以是一个 good partnership.
Yeah. Okay. So I've enjoyed it so far, and yeah, it's been great.
Step on the metal, step on it. Drive it fast.
When I drive it, no, I'm actually kind of scared to go that fast.
Mom's there, can't drive fast.
That's right.
My mom always told me drive slow. 我说有没有踩下去？踩的，他说不行不行，他会有点怕。好，那我们今天呢，不只是艾利克在问问题，我们其实现在是开放我们的 Q&A 给我们全部的媒体朋友们、现场的朋友们，好不好？所以我们现在因为现场比较大，我们会有人拿麦克风给你们，所以我们现在请举手要问问题，好不好？我们麦克风在哪一边？我们在左边，请举手。好，在那边有第一位，是不是？好，直接站起来问问题。
Hi Jeremy，我是 Car Stuff 人设是汽车网站的编辑叶玉忠。我有一个很简单的问题，就是说，在你还没有跟 Volvo 签约之前，你对于 Volvo 这个品牌的印象是，比如说像是它的安全和它的设计。谢谢。
The question comes from Car Magazine. He wants to know that before you worked with Volvo, what was your impression of the brand?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I had friends who had Volvos, and I've always thought highly of the brand. I think one thing that you just mentioned, safety, is very important, and I think that rang even.
That's enough right there, right?
Yeah,
Safety.
that was huge for me afterwards because when I started driving it, this guy rear-ended me, and I didn't really even feel it, but the other car that was involved was he hit his head on the steering wheel and all types of stuff. So I was it's more important. It's even more important after I go through something where I realize the
experience. 他说，其实从小他的对这个 Volvo 的印象就非常非常好，因为许多朋友们呢，他们的父母亲都有开这个 Volvo 汽车。然后你刚刚有提到一个就是安全性的，这是非常非常重要的。为什么现在对他来讲，对这个书豪讲更重要是，他说他自己的一个经验，他有一次自己在开车的时候，然后就坐在那边，后面有人车子撞到他，他说他感觉上根本没有什么感觉。然后后面那一台车，那个人还撞到了他前面的那个玻璃，然后车子全部都就破破烂烂的，所以他觉得说，哇，这个车子的安全是非常非常重要的，好不好？我们下一个问题，我们往这边右边来看，好不好？请举手，我们会有人拿麦克风。好，请问。
你好，我是 AutoNet Daily News， 请教一下，您在实际上开过 Volvo 的汽车之后啊，与其他品牌的车款相较有什么差异性？
She wants to know that after you've driven a Volvo, the different experience compared to driving other cars, your personal experience.
Well, I haven't driven too many different types of cars growing up. But the one thing I can say about Volvo is every time is very smooth. It's just an enjoyable ride. It functions, everything very easy to understand. And when I'm driving, I don't know if there's like 3 or 4 different safety features that you can push on, and it just helps whether it's the blind spot radar, different things like that. So there's a lot of different things that have made it very easy, very comfortable to drive. And during this Asia trip, I've been in the back of an S80 everywhere I go, and I've had more than enough space just sitting in the back, which I usually don't in other cars.
好，我简单来翻译一下 ，translate that。他说其实他长大的时候没有太多机会开太多不同的这个车子，但是他自己开这个 Volvo 的经验是非常非常好的。他说除了刚刚讲到这个安全上面，他还是要再强调一些，其实安全是非常非常重要，因为他觉得这个安全上跟别的车比是比不上的 ，Volvo 还是世界上最顶级的。他比如说他刚刚讲了一个 blind spot， 就是有时候你看右边要切线的时候，你看不到那个点一个 blind spot， 其实它有个雷达会跟你讲旁边是不是有车子，他觉得这是类似他们其中的一个不同的一个这个选择一个 option， 在这个车上是非常非常重要的。另外一个是这次他来台湾行，这次他都坐在这个里面的 S80。他坐在这个 S80 的后面，他觉得他这个身高，他这个体型，坐在S80真正后面的这个空间是非常好，所以他觉得安全上还有这个空间上是非常非常符合他的这个标准，好不好？谢谢。我们再来下一个问题，有没有人要问？直接问。好，这边有一位好像，我们直接麦克风过去。好，没关系，你拿到你就先问。
你好，我是汽车购买者韩雄彦，我要问Jerry的问题是。他现在的知名度在代言汽车品牌，他一定之前没有代言过汽车品牌这个东西，因为就年轻人来讲，代言鞋子很简单，代言手表很简单。那他以他的知名度，他要怎么样去未来要怎么样去替 Volvo 表达它的核心价值在哪里
She says that this is your first time signing up sponsorship partnership with a car, and it's very rare for a young athlete to do a car because it's more common to have maybe a sports apparel or shoes. But now that you have a partnership with a car and a brand like Volvo, how do you expect to go about in the future years of this partnership and relay that message that Volvo is trying to tell everyone?
The biggest thing for me is if it's natural, it'll work. If it's something that fits me, then I don't really have to worry too much about how we're going to do this or how we're going to do that to make it work or make it seem like it's a good fit. I think it's been natural, and coming out of New York, we didn't sign very many endorsement deals, but this was one that was one that we felt was very, very obvious.
他觉得这个合作，不管是哪一个品牌，只要有自然，比较有个感觉就好了。然后他觉得这一次呢，从打完这个球季，然后这次跟 Volvo 有这样子一个合作，他觉得是一个非常适合的一个合作，因为他觉得他不需要演，他不需要去了解，因为他已经了解了，他觉得这是一个很自然的一个 partnership， 感觉上好像已经合作过了，所以他觉得这是一个很 natural 的一个很自然的一个东西，所以他觉得这个是一个很好的一个未来，好不好？我们接下来还有问题。我们直接到右边，不好意思，因为我很亮，所以直接拿着麦克风，我们会有工作人员给你。好，那边有。
你好，我是汽车周刊的编辑，然后想问一下就是他身为 Volvo 的品牌代言人，那他跟 Volvo 品牌之间有没有一些什么特殊的感情？可以请他表达一下。
Now that you are the official Volvo ambassador, do you have any stories where you feel like you have a history with Volvo?
I think, for example, the one that I told earlier, it was that happened in New York. Things like that.
Or you got rear-ended.
Those are situations where it's kind of like you're in accidents, especially you realize how quick things can change.
Important things are. OK， 他说其实刚刚他讲的故事其实就是一个故事。他在纽约自己开车的时候就开一台 Volvo， 然后后面就有人撞到他。